What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fire, fire. You already know what it is, man. It's do say, baby. And this is Reaper Gang Radio Vol.9. I mean, this is Reaper Gang Radio, ignorant shit, Vol.9. And let's get to it, man. Shout out to everybody in the motherfucking building. Y'all already know. We're going to run down the real nigga roll call as we always do. And we're going to kick shit how we kick it. Because I do believe there's a lot to fucking talk about. Matter of fact, I got a headache right fucking now. Like dead ass. I'm going to take some headache medicine. DT3, salute. Lisa Bales, what it do? Chin Smoke. Jeff. Arlet, what it do? George, the Soul Survivor Reborn, salute. Isaiah, what's good? Bruce Ford, what's poppin'? Jaron the Gray, what's goody? Spartan, salute. Yeah, man, hope everybody feeling good. Hope everybody feeling great and all of that shit, man. Yo, I'm gonna take off. I told y'all motherfuckers. I told y'all, man. I'm so beat down, man. Boxing got me so beat down because it's just like, man, I try not to speak shit into existence, man, but I mean, shit, it ain't hard to see what motherfuckers are going to do. Well, give me 1 second. All right. So what y'all think about Keith Thurman versus Shawn Porter 2, man? Come on, man. Talk to me, man. What y'all think about Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman 2, man? Talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. I gotta know what's going on, man. I gotta know what's going on, man. Boxing beating me the fuck up, man. Somebody talk to me, man. What's going on, man? What's going on? I told y'all they was going to do this shit. I told y'all they was going to bring this shit around full circle like a fat kid in the merry-go-round. I told y'all this was the bullshit that was going to happen. They will not give y'all any of the fights you want. They going to recycle and reuse this goddamn dummy. I told y'all what type of nigga this dude was. Didn't I just say this shit last Sunday on Reaper Gang Radio? Didn't I just say this shit last Sunday on Reaper Gang Radio? I told y'all, he is the dude that they pass around, recycle and reuse, recycle and reuse. And this is the individual complaining about he want purses. Boxing beating me the fuck up, man. Yeah, man, I got bandages on my face, man, because boxing been jumping the fuck out me, man. I'm taking all of the ass whoopings on both sides for all the fans, because y'all can't tell me y'all can't see what's going on here, man. This shit is crazy, man. I told y'all this shit was coming. I said, get ready for the new freezer, because you going in it. My left, my right eye done went in it, swole up, had to ice it down. Yo, get ready for the new freezer. And y'all about to get this fucking unheralded troll. Or excuse me, this overly heralded troll. Shawn Porter, man. Keith Thurman too, man. And then y'all want to know what's going to happen after that, right? You called it. You called it. The winner of Shawn Porter versus Keith Thurman 2 is going to fight Yadenius Ugas, and then guess what? They going to fight Errol Spence. They going to fight Errol Spence, man. I told y'all this shit was coming. I said get ready for the new freezer. Don't nobody want to believe me. Oh, Two Hands is nothing but a hater. You don't do nothing but hate on the PBC. Wop, 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 wop. But then you see it right there. What can you say? What can you say about somebody that's going to offer you this bullshit? And if any of you niggas is running around still believing in the PBC, go ahead and smack yourself. Be ashamed of yourself. Because I have to wear the bandages for you. Because it's not a swell on the left eye, it's a swell on the right eye as well. I got 2 broken and orbital bones over here. Holla at your boy Cal Brook, man. I got chocolate brownie problems, man. Boxing is giving me chocolate brownie problems, man. This what y'all wanted from Duce, man. Y'all ain't like it when the car was operating the way it was supposed to, so y'all just wanted that nigga to blow a gasket, huh? Y'all ain't like the way the car was operating. Y'all just wanted me to blow a gasket, huh? They beating me the fuck up out here, man. I told y'all this was coming, man. What does anybody have to say? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? James Jameson, salute. Shout out to the whole Reaper Gang Scottish division. We're in the building. We have problems, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe that you can't defend this shit. If you still defending it, ow, ow. There ain't nothing like, yo, you can't. What has Keith Thurman been doing the past 2 years? Has anybody seen him? Because my kid probably just picked up a milk carton the other day, and I didn't know if that was Millie Vanilli or fucking or Keith Thurman. I didn't know that was Millie, or I didn't know if it was Keith. I'm trying to figure out who it was. She said it was a missing red bone nigga with a ponytail on the back of the milk carton. I didn't know if it was Millie. I didn't know if it was Keith. It could have been either or. Boxing ain't, yo, like, don't ever expect it to happen. Don't ever expect it to happen, because if you're sitting waiting for those guys to give you results, if you think that you're going to get a Caleb Plant versus Canelo fight, if you think that any one of those belts that they holding over there, that they happen to be holding right now, just happen to exchange hands, oh, if y'all think y'all going to get to see some of the fighters that you want to see fight, or this fighter might be coming over this from this promotional outfit to fight him over here, just get that shit out your mind. Just take it all out your mind. Just forget it. Yo, get amnesia fast. Grab it, run with it, take it, shove it in your pocket. A whole lot of amnesia. Because you got to understand. Keith Thurman versus Shawn Porter, too. Man, that's a fucking joke, man. That is a joke. It just goes to show you don't even like so they've confirmed everything that I've ever said about promotional premier boxing champions, everything that I've ever said about how they work. Boom, everything you've ever said about how they work, how the inner workings of premier boxing champions work, it works exactly like that. I mean, shit. You don't have to look, too hard. I mean, they business model. A 6-year Cox Cable deal that's going to amount to absolutely nothing, clearly. After Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, what do you think they're going to do with that goofball? What do you think they're going to do with him? He don't worry, because Manny going to give him a couple of these, too. Let me see, fuck, I'm not a team sport guy. I want to know dude in the ring, not the suit in the office, is the one to watch. PDC ain't that way. Man, look. They've been recycling fights and taking what little that they do have and have been trying to consistently remix it, flip it, fry it, deep fry it, broil it, fucking microwave it, re-nuke it, throw it back in the microwave over and over again. Yo, there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing else that you can do there. You mean to tell me that you got your head shoved so far up your fucking ass that y'all think that much of your fucking self, that motherfuckers is really going to sign their life away to whatever that little piece of shit is over there that y'all got working with? If they want to fight one of y'all, man, please, man, there are bigger opportunities on the block. There are bigger opportunities across the street. There are bigger opportunities at the end of the driveway. Shit, there are bigger opportunities at your fucking local community center. then whatever they can offer you over there, because I promise you, the press conferences are going to start to look like backyard barbecue. They are about to start pulling off the aluminum foil off of all the hors d'oeuvres. I promise you. They about to start pulling aluminum foil off all the hors d'oeuvres. It's getting dark. And you got goofy motherfuckers that are going to sit there and tell you that this is the fight that we've been missing. They need to run it back anyway. They don't need to run it back for me. Keep one. Nigga been sitting out for 2 years, and you got this motherfucking this so-called overly eager warrior. This guy this is your dude, right? This is your dude, right? So I wonder how much money is this little big head nigga? I repeat, because he's making me mad. I wonder how much money this little big head, weird suit rocking ass nigga is getting paid for fighting Keith Thurman other than fighting Terrence Crawford, since it was such a legacy fight, since it's one of those career defining fights. And you turn that down to do what? And I don't want to hear Bob Arum. And yes, I've heard everything that this weird old nigga has been doing in the media. What do you expect? He is a weird, shrewd old nigga. He's doing what weird, shrewd old niggas do. But what about your mans, though? I don't think Terrence Crawford is the problem. If this nigga can fight Keith Thurman, there is no way, can nobody tell me that he is going to make more than 1.5, 2 million if I'm stretching this shit like I'm Mr. fucking Fantastic. If he makes 2 million off this shit. And I'm stretching. Javi, salute. You can't tell me. Why couldn't he fight Terrence? But niggas is gonna find another way to make this shit his fault too. Watch. It's that old hunchback of Notre Dame, Miller, low carb, weird, I still have a hairline ass 89-year-old looking nigga fault, huh, man? This nigga asked for 10 mil. He sat on his ass and ate pizza all day after getting his fucking ass whooped. This nigga, nobody even know what this other little emotionally disconnected bad suit. I'm afraid to go shopping with this nigga because he might kill me with just whatever he pick up off the fucking rack ass nigga Sean Porter. Like, yo, he didn't even specify what the fuck he even desired. He just jumped to the news and said some real emo shit. Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter 2. This is fucking crazy, man. This is fucking crazy. But see, when I be on these niggas' head and I say the things that I say time and time and time again, it's, yo, you bugging out, you're hating on another black man's success. Well, guess what? Them niggas must be hating on their own success. They must not like no money. Or I swear to God, who is signing your paperwork? Because you cannot be this stupid. What over there? Yo, no matter how many times any human beings ask this question, what over there makes so much sense to where you are willing to devalue yourself as a boxer, your purses, and oh my God, make a mockery out of all of your commitments? Them niggas is starting to look like the Garbage Pail Kids. Tank Davis already is a fucking Garbage Pail Kid. Look at him. Look at him. He look just like a Garbage Pail Kid. All they do is recycle. Waste management. Fucking yuck. That don't sound fucking bad right now. At all. I'm at the point to where it's like, you know, Don't worry, I got you, motherfuckers. I got you, motherfuckers. Guess what? It's your fault, stupid. It's your fault, stupid. I told you, stupid motherfuckers, over and over and over again. You keep coddling and dick riding these fake motherfuckers with their fake ass resumes, the fake ass opposition, the motherfuckers you know they ain't been in the ring and fought shit because you want to put some little fake ass in between the fucking street kind of motherfucking butt buddy preference in your fucking thoughts. And any way you trying to move forward in fucking boxing, now look at what you got. You got a constant recycle and repeat kind of thing. I feel like, what the fuck is that movie with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt? Goddamn, the edge of fucking tomorrow. The same shit just gonna keep happening over and over and over and over again because y'all motherfuckers act like this shit is okay. Well, guess what? They don't got no options now. The stable was already thin. July 24th. July 24th. Everything in my body, every bone, every ounce of me, every fiber of my being tells me, why the fuck would we even be here if it's not a fixed fight? And don't tell me it's because we think Deontay Wilder has a chance. That's not why we're here. You got to be really making some motherfucking extra money. You got to be really bringing in some extra money, or there's something extra that you plan on counting in the future outside of fucking Wilder versus Fury 3. Because I swear to God, you couldn't get a fucking clique of Special Olympics kids that's blind as all fucking hell to invest their motherfucking time in going and watching that shit for free. Shit, you can hop on here. You can hop on here if you want. I'll put it in here. I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit because realistically, when I look at it, it's like this: a culmination of everything Premier Boxing Champion says this summer is. Yo, we faking on the people like we gonna steal the summer with these fugazi ass fights that we throwing on for y'all. But at the end of the day, they're gonna try to use Wilder versus Fury 3 and Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, which is a good fight. And rightfully, people just aren't giving Manny a chance. And I think Manny gonna knock him out, but that's here nor there. They're gonna try to use this shit to try to sensationalize how they gave the fans the best boxing has to offer. They're gonna try to stuff their summer numbers like that. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't fooling nobody. You worked one over with that Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao fight anyway. Well, you really didn't work one over because everybody knew it was gonna happen, stupid. Didn't Manny have one more on the contract? Wasn't Sean Gibbons motherfucking not doing business with top ranking other motherfuckers when it came to John Rail Casamero, and he took him over the fucking PPC? I mean, the writing's kind of on the wall. I mean, you don't got to be the sharpest tool in the shed to see what's going on here. Fuck is they talking about, man? Hold on, let me post this link. I'm super suspicious about Wilder versus Fury 3. I'm no betting man, but I might want to look at the odds to see if the numbers make sense. Man, look, man. Why wouldn't the odds swing heavily in Fury favor? If they don't, motherfuckers is being disingenuous and they acting crazy. The odds will have to swing heavy in his favor. The odds got to be so far in Fury favor, motherfucking like the odds in like yo. You bet a penny on Wilder, that shit should make you 1,000. No bullshit. It should be that kind of crazy. If it don't, what is like? Who really believes that Deontay Wilder is gonna go out here and he's just gonna find this success that he couldn't find in what 24 rounds? I mean, He won how many rounds out of 24 rounds? Let's put this in perspective. He won how many rounds out of 24 rounds? What, 19? 19 rounds? Maybe 18 rounds? If you want to give him 2 10-8s. And Fury fought him back at the end of the first. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't. Man, look. So how could they not tip it any other way? And if they don't, that's when you're gonna have to like put like, man, I don't know what they got going on, but I'm ready for some real. I'm ready for some real weird shit to be going on. Give or take, give or take, give or take, give or take. You right. Any fucking thing could happen. Anything could happen. Just hope that I wake up the fucking next morning without a headache and no bottles of liquor anywhere. Cause I just don't. I just can't get it, man. I can't get with it. I can't get with it. And that and DT3, what it do? Salute, King.
What's up with it? Excuse me
Man,
for a
shit,
second.
man, chilling, man, chilling. Oh, you go ahead, handle your business. You can handle your business. Um, yeah, man, and that's why today, man, like the title just, man, behooved me to ask, like, okay, let's really think about it like this. We as a people, fuck, man, fuck breaking down boxing with y'all right now and all of that bullshit, man. I'm a fan right with y'all, man. From a fan's perspective, man. If I'm talking to other fans and other people, man, now, yes, granted, we have got some great boxing. I mean, we've got some great boxing. I will not take that away from 2021. I love the sport. But at the end of the day, tell me for the past 5 years, you have not been dealing with the same circumstances for 2 divisions now. For the same shit that's going on with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, you can equally say about the same amount of time. That's almost going to have about the same amount of time as what's going on with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, undisputed belts being fucking held up, all the way back to Bermain Severn, fucking the Klitschko's, all of that shit. Fury binging, coming off a binge, like, yo, this has just been a constant state of repetition, Groundhog Day, over and over again. That's why I'm just like, yo, it's fake smoke. They taking up all our fucking time, and it's just like, yo, like, we gotta be fucking foolish to even devote our time to the heavyweight division. That's why when niggas is talking about Anthony Joshua dropping the WBO belt, I'm like, man, at this point, I don't even give a fuck. I really don't. Who's to say if he kept the motherfucker anyway that he's still going to get the fight for the motherfucker? Dillian Whyte, he's still waiting.
Yeah, they sleeping on Dillian Whyte, bro. I'm glad you said Dillian Whyte because everybody's sleeping on Dillian Whyte. They forgot all about Dillian Whyte. Like he didn't just get shitted on by Wilder, lose to Povetkin, come back, beat Povetkin, and he's in a position to possibly fight the winner of Wilder Tyson Fury. And neither one of them motherfuckers gonna fight him. Whoever win that fight, Fury win the fight, he not gonna fight him. Wilder, if he luck up and win the fight, he for damn sure not gonna fight no motherfucking Dillian Whyte. So what's next for Dillian Whyte? Daniel Dubois.
See, this whole live was based around just the heavyweight division, any clogged up divisions, but mainly that's the one that's getting all of the light right now. So it was basically that's what brought me here was the heavyweight division. But I'm glad you mentioned Daniel Dubois on top of all that shit because he just becomes WBA interim heavyweight champion off of the back of beating Bogdan Dinu, a Romanian police officer who has one foot out the door, 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door when it comes to boxing, period. Now, all of a sudden, he just got beat by a jab. He beats Bogdan Dinu. Now he's in a position where he could be potentially fighting for a heavyweight title. In what world would Daniel Dubois ever get a shot? Yeah, it would be realistic on an Anthony Joshua side of things, because we know he's willing to fight. But if Dillian Whyte ain't got no fucking shot, I'll be goddamn if a motherfucker who just got his ass whooped by a 2-mile-per-hour jab comes back and beats Bogdan, even gets a motherfucking shot of fighting for heavyweight fucking titles. The fuck out of here. This whole division don't have no progress. It hasn't had progress. The Michael Hunters of the world, the Philip Hergoviches of the world, the Joe Joyces of the world, the goddamn the, you the Andy Ruizes, you name them, any of them, wherever they position themselves, they're always gonna sit and buy them tears. Big Baby Anderson, no matter how far he climbs up, he's always going to sit underneath a whole bunch of bullshit because where's the momentum in the division anyway?
I'm glad you said that. Everybody's on this Big Baby Anderson hype. And I said, as soon as Big Baby get that one fight, that one defining fight that's gonna make his profile go up, he gonna start doing the same Hollywood shit that everybody else doing. Because everybody say they want to fight everybody when they building they record up. But then once they get to the point where their record is built and now they should start fighting top contenders, now all of a sudden, oh, this guy ain't this or this ain't that or he ain't ready. And it's all these excuses all of a sudden when they build themselves up to fight these particular fighters at a particular time. I think Big Baby Anderson is going to get to a particular point in his career where he should fight Philip Hergovich or Tony Yoka or something like that. And he going to find a way to duck out that situation. That's what I really think. That's what most of them are doing anyway.
It's in all honesty, I'm going to ask you straight up, bro, because honestly, I'm gonna tell you my damn soul. I honestly don't even know if I believe that there's gonna be any type of succession or any type of definitive succession going forward based off of fighters doing what fighters do based in the heavyweight division for a while. And I'm saying that to say this: if Tyson Fury was to go out and win, he beats Deontay Wilder on the 24th. I still don't see that motherfucker fighting Anthony Joshua. When Tyson Fury don't win, we already know you already know Deontay Wilder ain't fighting Anthony Joshua. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about the payday. The whole allure around the conversations, all the dick riding bodyguards that's involved anyway is just enough to keep the shit juicy enough to where people don't have to see it, but will just run their mouth a fucking about it. Then get a definitive outcome. But basically what I'm saying is, man, do you see anything motherfucking happen with Dillian Whyte, the WBC? Do you see an undisputed match coming off after in the fall or the beginning of 2022? Does any of this, do you see any of this happening? What do you see for the heavyweight division? Because I just don't see it.
I don't see nothing happening big in the heavyweight division, to be quite honest with you, bro. Like, I mean, you just look at what they did with Dillian Whyte. Like I said, we dealing in an era where a dude has earned every right to be where he at. He did everything that he was told to get in the position that he's in to fight for a heavyweight championship belt, world title, and he hasn't gotten his shot. I've never heard of a fighter doing everything in his power to get a shot at the world title and he still doesn't get it. That don't make any sense. And then you got Daniel Dubois, who's coming off of a loss, who's really just trying to get his confidence back up. And he fights a guy who pretty much was a stepping stone fight for Gerald Big Baby Miller.
Right. That was just
and
to make
all
him
of a
look
sudden
good.
he getting the title shot. Now he getting all this praise and all that shit.
Yeah, man.
Trash, bro. Trash.
It's just funny to me because, like, come on, man, let's be serious. Y'all motherfuckers don't want to see. It's gotten to the point to where it's gotten so messy and like lines have been like we gotta look at it like this, man. Waters have been muddied. Relationship has been soured. Regardless, if you know what I'm saying, we keep personal shit personal and business is business. Motherfuckers feel some type of way. Niggas is human beings. Eddie Hearn is probably going to feel some type of way. Top Rank got that weird nigga over there. They operating how they operating, feeling some type of way at all times. I don't see nothing moving, man. So at the end of the day, the only success that you're going to get out of that division is based around what Anthony Joshua plans on doing or how he plans on planting his seeds in the division as far as how he plans on moving around his belts. Because if I look at it even from Dillian Whyte's standpoint, I always go back to this. I go back to Riddick Bowe Fury, man. The day you found out that he was mandated, you was ready to throw your belt in the trash. So when you're ready to throw your fucking belt in the trash, that tells me that you're never going to fight this individual. It ain't worth the risk, and you already put him to a point to where he's so risky that you use this standpoint to where he's just a peon, so you can just dismiss him like he ain't shit to you. But really, it's risky business. But you're going to use the peon tactic. I mean, I know what it is, man, but this is what they do, man. This is what they do. It's just unfortunate because so what are these dudes supposed to do, man? Motherfuckers ain't going like what? Bud Crawford's supposed to go up to 154 because the belts ain't gonna move in his way. They're gonna try to age him out. Um, what all the other how any other fight supposed to move in the heavyweight division? I mean, shit. This motherfucker's supposed to still start thinning out and try to fuck with that WBC Bridgerweight shit. Give me a fucking break. That's a fucking joke.
I think that Bridgerway shit was cat, bro. I think they was
Ain't
just saying
nothing
that.
come of it.
Yeah, ain't nothing come of it. How many fighters did you hear him talk about doing the Bridgerweight division except Wilder? One fighter, dude. They had talk about one fighter. So you gonna make a whole division off of one fighter? It was just something to keep Wilder name in the headlines, in my personal opinion. I feel like they trying to do really, really a real number to keep Wilder in the headlines. So for real, who is Wilder? What is Wilder doing? Nothing. Wilder sitting there telling y'all Malik Scott got this plan and da 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 da. And I'm thinking to myself, what is Malik Scott telling Wilder that Mark Breland didn't tell Wilder? That Jay Diaz hasn't been telling Wilder? What is Malik Scott doing? Oh, he's stroking that ego. He's stroking him. Pause. But he's stroking the fuck out that ego, making him feel himself, giving him the confidence that he need and all the shit. Because everything he's saying is based on Malik Scott, Malik Scott, Malik Scott, Malik Scott, Malik Scott. And I'm like, how does Malik Scott know more about boxing than Mark Breland? How?
That's what I'm saying. So they're perfectly okay with insulting your mine, everybody in this motherfucker, and boxing fans' intelligence all over the world because it's like they feel like they know about this much about the fucking trainers and they know about the history of boxing anyway. So it's just like, well, fuck it, we can throw a goofy motherfucker like this half Hasidic Jewish motherfucker, bald head looking motherfucker, you know what I mean, as a head coach and try to move with this goofy motherfucking weird ass OnlyFans $25 a month. I can afford this, man. You can, oh my God, man. You can't make this up. So if they're willing to do stuff like that, they are. That's what already tells me I don't believe it to be real. But going back to saying Dylan should get Dylan will probably get a shot at AJ. Yeah, that's a fight that they could make. But really, realistically, does Dillian Whyte want to take that shot? Yeah, he can get them heavyweight belts there, but once he fucked that up, there ain't no bouncing back to the WBC and seeing what the WBC got going on. So Dillian Whyte is in an awkward position. At this point, I wouldn't make the same mistake I made first either, regardless whether it's $5 million on the table or not. Because we saw Andy Ruiz knock him out. Man, take your shot at them belts, man. Honestly, I'm not really looking forward to seeing fucking Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte 3 right now. That is the last shit on anybody's mind. And that should just piss you off enough right there where it's like, why the fuck should we even be having a conversation right now about Keith Thurman versus Sean Porter 2? Why are the promoters okay with this shit? Why are we even having a conversation about Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua when there's Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua here? There's fucking Bud Crawford and Errol Spence here. Like, yo, this is out of control, bro. Like, we should not even be having these conversations, man. That's how much the shit is getting reflipped on you, man. Like, it's getting recycled on niggas, man. Constantly, bro. I'm bugged out about this shit, man.
And they making it seem like these dudes is still fighting top opposition at the top opposition. And it's like, no, they not. Like, they really making this Dunu dude look like he a top dude for Daniel Dubois. They really selling it like he fought a game opponent, tough guy, blah blah blah. Like, really?
That
Y'all suck?
motherfucker ain't shit. He ain't shit. These are facts. That my Junior Lopez voice. He ain't shit. On God, he ain't shit. For real.
Yeah,
But you
I was
know,
gonna
they
click on Devin Haney and all that stuff that I've been seeing on the tube and all this stuff about Tyson Fury and all that he on. I was gonna click on that shit. So I was like, I'm gonna go live. But I saw he was live and I was up. Let me holler at my nigga dude.
yeah, man, these niggas is like at this point, man, I'm just sick of Tiafimo and his father, man. Them niggas sound like two females, man. I'm just so sick of hearing them niggas just talk. Same old merry-go-round shit, man. I'm just like, look, y'all already on a boat right now, my nigga. Go ahead and navigate that. How you gotta navigate that Cambosis thing and come out of it. How you supposed to come out of it, and then you can get pop that shit
Yeah,
because
that's what
niggas be saying a lot, but it don't be amounting to nothing. So my whole thing is, I've dismissed all of your talking points. When you hear it once, it's fresh, it's cool, it's intriguing. Okay, bet. We locked in. We're paying attention to that. But if you're consistently throwing it up in my face, saying it time and time again, it ain't amounting to shit, I don't want to hear about it. These niggas been saying the wildest shit. You pound for pound more exciting than Canelo? You pound for pound above Canelo? Your son more exciting than Canelo? Y'all changing the game, this and that? Bruh, that's how I know there's got to be some type of crack and alcohol involved. And can't nobody tell me no different, man. There's one thing in having belief, Slim. But when you just all the way delusional and you lying and shit, man, get the fuck out of here. Look, bro, I like your son. I think your son nice and all of that. But bro, I'm not even mad, dog. I would never hate on Canelo where I say, yo, you more exciting than Canelo, man. You not more exciting than Canelo, Slim. Stop talking that. Stop, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. The fuck
it's
out of
weird
here.
because you say
George
that shit like
Cambosis got you in your feelings, nigga.
yeah.
George
I was gonna
Cambosis
say
got you he got you posting your VOD test on Instagram and Twitter. Where the fuck they do that at?
mm-hmm.
Where?
Don't sleep
I
on
ain't
Cambosis. Don't sleep on Cambosis. Don't do it.
if he don't knock George Cambosis out, the same nigga that goes to split decision with a fucking featherweight Lee Selby, man, this nigga better not ever, nobody better not ever come to me talking about this nigga, this boogeyman power, all of this shit, this quick twitch, this and that, man. Fuck out of here, man. He better knock this nigga the fuck out.
Cause Cambosis is coming. Cambosis ain't finna play with Tia female. I'm not saying like he really finna win. I don't pick Cambosis to win, but I've been looking at Cambosis train. I've been looking at Cambosis fights, and I'm like, bro, Cambosis coming, bro. He's not. This is the fight where dude is not just showing up to get a check. This dude is actually coming to beat Tia female, and that was something that I also wanted to touch on. Is the level of fear. Shout out Boxing Beats and Rhymes. I was watching a video of him. He was talking about the level of fear and all these people keep talking about they putting their lives on the line. Just like I was watching the press conference with Jamal Charlo and his fight coming up on Juneteenth. He talking about how he putting his life on the line. But the dude you fighting fought Hugo Centeno, a dude you knocked out, to a draw. So a dude you knocked out, the dude you fighting right now, win life and death with that nigga. So there's nothing about this dude that's a threat to you. So you have no fear of nothing. There's nothing for you to worry about. I don't have to worry about his speed. I ain't got to worry about his power. There's nothing for me to really worry about. Now I might have to respect him because he's a professional fighter, but he ain't got nothing that I'm really worried about. I'm the person that you got to worry about, my speed, my power, and all that. These dudes is fighting level opposition that is no threat to them skill-wise, speed, or power-wise. So these dudes ain't fighting nobody that's a real threat to them or their livelihood. So when they feed you bullshit like I'm putting my life on the line and they fighting opponents like Brandon Adams and Hugo Centeno, ain't none of them a threat. Only reason you putting your life on the line is a threat to your life. So who is a threat? You tell me.
Let's be serious here, man. Let's be 1000% serious here, man. I dropped motherfucking Juan, motherfucker. I dropped Juan, Monte Carlo, Montiel, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I dropped that nigga on any street in America. Ain't no nigga gonna call him a threat. Nobody. Nobody gonna call him a threat. Nobody gonna see him as a threat. Bruh, you look at this nigga face, you can't even believe this nigga's even a fucking boxer, man. You can't take this dude serious. Like, you know they got this nigga out of some fucking bum-ass Cracker Jack box, man. This nigga's a straight cold bum. You can't put this nigga on no back block. You can't take this nigga in the fucking mountains of North Dakota, South Dakota. You can't put this nigga in a fucking somewhere in a fucking little town with a fucking population of 10, somewhere in the Himalayan mountains. And this nigga's gonna be a threat to anybody over there. And ain't nothing but 60-year-old women and probably one dude is 70 in that motherfucker. And they ain't gonna feel a bit shook. So for him to sit up here and talk about his life to be threatened, you got to be. So your life wasn't in danger when you fought Sergey Derevyanchenko, stupid? Why you was all over the moon?
Derevyanchenko was tough. Derevyanchenko was tough. To this day, Derevyanchenko is the best opponent Jamal Charlo has ever fought. And Derevyanchenko's biggest opponent was Triple G. So outside of Jamal Charlo's, 25, 26 opponents, he's only fought two, because he did fight Julian J. Rock Williams at 54 when he won the IBF belt. So he's only fought two significant opponents out of 26 fights, and y'all praise this dude like he's the best thing since sliced motherfucking bread. Teofimo fights one name, Vasily Lomachenko, and y'all praise this nigga. He fight two contenders, beat him. He fight one big name, y'all praise this nigga.
At the end of the day, this is all media's fault. This is all media fault. Because y'all motherfuckers refuse to do your motherfucking jobs. Period. I will say that shit time and time and time again. I don't give a fuck who's tired of hearing it. Media will not do their fucking job when you are constantly letting this goofy fucking blonde S-curl rocking ass nigga go out this motherfucker and fight Juan Montiels, Hugo Centeno Jr.'s, fighting Dennis Hogan's, Brandon Adams, all of these goofballs in rapid succession over and over again. And all you're doing is sitting there talking to this motherfucker about these fantasy Triple G, Demetrius Andrade, Canelo fights that you know these niggas ain't never going to have. You wonder why we here. Can't nobody tell me no different. If you're going to sit up here and you're going to constantly suck these niggas' balls about doing shit like this, how can you let a nigga skate and talk about he rough and tumble or whatever and he deserve a shot? How he deserve a shot? What he deserve a shot of? Yeah, he probably deserve a punch in the face for even having the audacity to think he deserved to fucking be there. Listen with that shit, man.
Look what y'all did. You making him mad, man. You making him mad.
It's clear as day. It's clear as day. Because until motherfuckers sit up here and they ask these pussy ass niggas, why the fuck are they doing what the fuck they doing? Who the fuck is this weird looking ass nigga? How the fuck did you get in the ring with him? What made you match make with this dude? Because this dude ain't cut of wet. Where did you find him from? What boxing gym? Where the fuck did you find this fucking credentials at? Not until you start betting niggas and start pulling their ass up like that. Talk about when they got their head beat in and they last performance say, yo, you got pretty knotted up in your last performance. You need to, what did you and your coach focus on and this and that, and start engaging people to be like, yeah, this motherfucker did get touched up. It only sounds like hate if y'all niggas is constantly praising everything they do. You can't let, man, look, man.
They can't do no wrong, dude.
If the media is allowing people to go out here and pay for a fucking Jamal Charlo versus a Juan Montiel fight, they failed you. Period. On my life, they failed you. Because how can you let these niggas go out here and buy this shit when you know this nigga's a fucking crummy, man? You know he a fucking crummy.
He doing it for the people, dudes. He doing it for his people. That's what he said, man.
Shows you. And if you a strong black man, and you even, because there's a lot of dumb, ignorant, fake ass, wokety woke Negroes running around here that think they be on this shit. Really, they just, all they do is burn incense, smoke weed, and just talk stupid all day and watch a bunch of fucking Young Pharaoh videos or some weird shit like that. Don't believe the fucking hype, man. False prophets, man. If any of these dudes is believing this fucking sensible clown. They are fucking part of the fucking problem too. If how can you go? You can't. There's you can't make this shit up, man. You can't hide. You cannot hide these type of. You can't hide this type of activity on a person record, man. You can't pinpoint anything about it. So how can you defend it? There's nothing to defend there. You got it, man. Look, I'm telling you, it's always gonna be this way until the motherfuckers do something, man. I'm trying not to be mad about this shit because I'm just like, it's this big of a fucking joke that like I'm really mad about it, but I can't do nothing but laugh about this shit. I can't do nothing but laugh about this shit because how in the fuck do niggas have the audacity to sit back with their channels, man? Let these niggas slide, break down the fight. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all niggas is wasting y'all life to break down this shit for what? What you breaking it down for? You knew this shit was a breakdown before the bitch hit the road. What you breaking down? The car been broke. The fuck are we doing? Shit. What are you breaking down? What are you talking about? And man, and Floyd Money Mayweather goes out here and generates $1 million in pay-per-view buys fighting fucking Logan Paul for 8 rounds.
Don't go there. You gonna blow a head gasket. You gonna blow a head gasket because they mad at Floyd because he broke the bank.
I ain't mad. How you gonna be mad at Grandpa? Literally. How you gonna be mad at Grandpa for doing something that every fucking is anybody mad at Ray Lewis? Because I do believe he a pundit. Is anybody mad at Shannon Sharp when they tune in to Fox every fucking morning when they watch Shannon Sharp sit across from Skip Bayless and they talk that football shit, that basketball shit, and all that shit? Because I don't believe anybody get upset with him. Does anybody get upset with Jalen Rose? Because I do believe there's a lot of motherfuckers who tune in to Jalen and Jacoby. Does anybody get upset with any one of them motherfuckers? Does anybody get upset with Carl Froch outside of when that motherfucker say when he did it with 80,000 in Wembley? I'm just saying. I do believe them motherfuckers get paid from the sport that they dedicated their life to. So how the fuck you gonna get mad at a nigga that break the bank? Here's the problem. You motherfuckers, you mad at yourself. Because I'm serious. I'm going to tell them right now. Because the only person to blame is you. You want to know why this nigga can go out here and break the bank like this? Every time you sit up there and talk about how much you not going to buy it, that just lets a motherfucker know how much this nigga Floyd is on your mind, stupid. You're talking about him. Clearly, there's a talking point there. I've heard niggas talk more about how they not going to buy a Floyd fight, and then them same niggas still turn around and buy the fight or tune into one of their favorite boxing channels that's breaking the fucking fight down, whether they clowning what they saw or motherfucking enjoying what they saw. You still saw what your stupid ass said you didn't want to see or heard what your dumb ass said you didn't want to hear. Ain't nobody gonna be in that motherfucker. That bitch empty. That bitch empty. Holy fucking shit. Main event. This bitch full as a motherfucker. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
You so focused on what this fool doing. Grandpa. I said this shit before the fight. Niggas talking about he robbing you. Hey, stupid. Listen here. How the fuck is he robbing you if he telling you he gonna go out here and he gonna break the bank? He telling you, if this nigga is smart enough to realize what the fucking people want and he monetize it and y'all stupid motherfuckers ain't putting your finger on it, hey, there must be something wrong with you. Or hey, better yet, I know why you ain't getting your money. Is there a motherfucker named Juan Montiel walking down the fucking other end of the aisle with you? Because I can guarantee you ain't hanging a fucking board paying $20,000 a week to advertise that goofy motherfucker. No disrespect to him, but who the fuck is he?
Right.
Honestly, who the fuck is Jamal Charlo? Who is he? Because I can tell you, outside of this little so-called bubble that people get into when they talk to other boxing channels, I can tell you, it's plenty of niggas that don't know him. Because if my little nephew don't know him, he not big. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if a nigga is big and you really want to know if he big or not, a kid should be able to identify who he is without you even having to say one word about him. You want to know how I knew Anthony Joshua was big? My nephew don't watch one lick of boxing, is a straight up fucking video game junkie, and he knew that motherfucker was fighting Andy Ruiz. He ain't even from America.
What that tell you?
And I'm telling you, my nephew don't watch that shit. So to identify with stardom and what you think and buzz, that's a difference. A buzz is stardom is you're recognized everywhere. Don't matter where you stand. I can see you shine everywhere, motherfucker. Y'all can't tell me y'all seen motherfucking Jamal Charlo shine everywhere.
He don't. And he might shine in Texas. That's it. He ain't shining in New York. He ain't shining out here in Cali. He ain't shining up north.
Texas is one of the biggest states in the country. Is that going to be? That'll probably be one of these dumb motherfuckers' excuses. Texas is one of the biggest states in the country, so he's trying. But I'm just making an excuse of how stupid people would be and trying to defend them with shit like that.
It's 50 states, bro. You got to be known all over. If I could go, if my older daughter, 14, if kids at her school to lead to what Deuce's nephew said, it's kids at my daughter's school don't watch boxing, MMA, nothing. They know who Floyd Mayweather is. Some of them do know who Anthony Joshua is. None of them know who Deontay Wilder is. And the ones that did know who Deontay Wilder was, guess why they knew who he was? Because they knew who Anthony Joshua was, and they attached Deontay Wilder's name to Anthony Joshua.
See, look.
So they don't have their own identity. Everything is attached to it.
Here's the thing. They don't realize how motherfucking like the bomb, like the Gap Band jump, you dropped the bomb on me, baby. They don't realize the bomb about to drop on their motherfucking ass. The bomb about to drop on them because they don't see the writings on the wall. While y'all sitting up there, look. All you got to do, imagine a motherfucker at a landfill and he just on that bitch bummy as fuck trying to dig through there and salvage anything he can out of a landfill and put that shit together. That's what the PBC doing right now. They only got so long that they can give y'all this shit. There ain't gonna be nothing else to showcase, sensationalize, because I don't see that many motherfuckers just backing the limos up back to back, pulling at the office, just signing, man. I mean, okay, you got Ray Vargas, Kasi Mayro, cool. Okay. Made a couple signings.
These dudes, I
can't keep up with
stepping stones, bro. They not finna. And look, if you gonna sign these boxers, bro, how many of these top so-called elite boxers you finna have fight each other? Because we keep talking about these dudes getting money and making all these big bucks. The same thing I was saying about Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis fought in the Super Series, right? He got a check, but did his profile go up? Did he get more famous? Is he more known around the motherfucking world because of that shit? Nah. Pocketbook went up. His price went up. Fame didn't go up. Even though the Super Series was huge as fuck. Fame didn't go up.
Crazy thing is, Josh Taylor, that nigga ain't popping the way he should be popping. The greatest fights don't get, they go unheralded. And I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. The shit that I just got finished fucking venting about 2 minutes ago, man. Because y'all motherfuckers is too busy focusing on the cap. If all of your attention is focused on the cap, because for real, boxing has characters, man. And for some odd reason, man, like there's got to be, I don't know, man. People like to attach themselves with a certain type of character in boxing, man. And it's easy to identify, I guess, in some little small retrospect. People just, certain individuals identify with that particular character. You know, what I'm saying is, the little bit of character that the Charlos may have, or that a Caleb Plant may have, or a David Benavidez, which they're not like small personalities or anything like that by any means, but they're not big stars. Basically, what I'm saying is that would have to intermingle with what the other characteristics that the other fighters on the other side happen to be, because that's what brings, like, that's enough to push them both over that hill to say, okay, this is how we can sensationalize a big fight, and we can start to sensationalize some type of mental mainstay when it comes to these guys' name, as you know what I'm saying, being somewhat household in our boxing thought process in any way, shape, or form.
I think that's what they more worried about is making these fighters household names. That's what they trying to push. Is they already pushing the Gervonta Tank Davis being a household name. It ain't about him fighting a good amount of top caliber fighters. It's about making him a household name. Even Floyd Mayweather came forward and said Tank Davis is the multi-millionaire, and I'm thinking, damn, Tank barely got 30 fights. What did he do to become a multi-millionaire? What fights did he have to really put him on that star status? Nobody.
How much
Nobody.
did Leo Santa Cruz fight sell?
That I don't know the numbers for that.
Anybody know the numbers for the Leo Santa Cruz Tank Davis fight? Can you put them in the chat, please, if you know them?
Because I was really thinking about that when he said that he said that on Gilly the Kid. What's the name of that show? $1 Million Worth of Game. He said it in that interview that Tank Davis is now a multi-millionaire. What I was also gonna say is
can't blame Floyd Mayweather for boxing problems, man. Y'all blaming Floyd Mayweather for boxing problems, and see, this is why I be having to clean that whole clean bread people of that thought process. Because once again, you can't blame a grandfather for going out there and doing exactly what he said he was going to do, an exhibition. Once again, I just stated several times, I said it's okay for Jalen Rose to make money on Jalen and Jacoby. It's okay for Ray Lewis to make money with Fox or ABC or whatever he's with. It's okay for Troy Aikman, Joe Montana, you name it. All of them. They all do it. They all do it. But when Floyd does it, it's ruining the sport of boxing. But hold on. I don't believe Floyd is the one putting on all of these YouTube fights. I do believe Eddie Hearn is the one that held about 4 or 5 motherfuckers in 1 year. Eddie Hearn is the one who got Logan Paul and Jake Paul started. Showtime is just the one who signed them.
He started.
So are we going to blame Floyd? Come on now. Let's stop blaming. Boxing is boxing's problem. Why they ain't getting no shine? These fighters ain't fighting. These fighters don't promote themselves the way they need to be. They don't generate the narratives. They don't make themselves hot when they're in front of the camera. They just sit around and think that a promoter is supposed to do it all for you. If you honestly think that a promoter who has however many people he has in his stable, especially a big one like Matchroom, Top Ranker, anyone, if you're sitting around waiting for somebody to come through and push you in front of the audience and stuff like that to where everybody is just going to come out, want to love you and see you, that's not how it's going to happen. Yeah, they put you on big cars. They put you on those big posters in front of the city. You know how much money goes into doing that shit a week when you want to be on them big billboards in the freaking city? Multiple of them. You know how much money goes into that shit a week? You know how much money goes in promoting on the radio, commercials they have to generate and pay for all of that stuff? And these dudes probably ain't bringing back half of that. The only ones that are doing it is Anthony Joshua, Manny Pacquiao, and Canelo Alvarez. So all they doing is losing money. And all these fighters will do is sit around and wait for them to do it. I'm tired of people talking about everybody humble, this and that, and this and that. Cool, okay, everybody humble. But ain't nobody shining in the sport of boxing. You can be humble too, but it's sports entertainment. And at the end of the day, you got to put on the show. And ain't nobody out here selling it. But everybody thinks that, you know what I'm saying, these promoters can just sprinkle all of this seasoning on a pile of dog shit. Man, when we look at these press conferences, we are uninspired. We ain't happy with what we're saying. Derek Chisora, you know what I'm saying? Like Derek Chisora, he's a rarity. A couple of guys, they're rarities. But where are the multiple individuals that are constantly giving you something to say, hey, I want to see this. This guy's banging with this guy. It's making sense. Well, it's not happening, bro. Like, yeah, okay. Chocolatito versus El Gallo is a great fight. That shit ain't translating to moving seats, man. Because the shit is dry. It's dry. Niggas got to bring something to the game, bro. You can't sit around because there ain't no more Don Kings. That shit is dead. All of that fly talking and shit before you hit the podium, going city to city, coast to coast. Man, the tour is not there like that no more because them fighters ain't turning over that dollar like that no more. So you got to turn up. And if you're not willing to separate yourself like an Anthony Joshua or a Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather, or Oscar De La Hoya, or Sugar Ray Leonard, Canelo Alvarez. If you ain't willing to do it like that, you always gonna see YouTubers coming over making big dough off of what you work so hard for.
Mm-hmm. That's what these YouTubers is doing now, getting all their bread off of what these boxers is working so hard for. And the thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not capping for no fighter. That's why I don't get interviews. That's why a lot of cats don't come to my channel. So I'm not finna cap for y'all. I'm not. Y'all not fighting nobody. Nobody's really fighting no top opposition. Everybody is just trying to build their names up. That's it. Nobody really finna fight nobody of no significance, no top caliber, nothing. You got people like Jamal Charlo talking like this fight is finna be so big and it's finna be my toughest opponent, da 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 da, selling this narrative that's bogus. And I can tell you right here, right now, Jamal, you at 160 pounds. Bubu Andrade is the champion at 160 pounds. Bubu Andrade then already came to a press conference and or to a post press conference and called you out. Now all we doing is talking about who ducked who, then this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Either way, Jamal Charlo is a 160-pound champion, WBC. Bubu Andrade is a WBO champion at 160. He should be talking about unifying. That fight will do numbers because people will want to see it. And that is a pay-per-view worthy fight. Not this Juneteenth shit. You finna fight this dude. That's not pay. That's ESPN or Fox free TV fight. I'm
Hey,
not
Boone,
paying for that.
imagine this shit. Imagine this shit, right? All of these YouTubers is really getting these deals cut, man, with this boxing shit. And kids is liking that shit because they're getting to see, because kids just like, they like blood, they like drama, they like seeing their YouTubers beef with their YouTubers. Kids just like beef. That's just the generation. That's the culture we live in. We live in the zennial violence and beef culture,
Mm-hmm.
clout troll, and all that bullshit. So you got all of these fucking YouTubers coming over here getting in these cards, man. And you got Jared Hurd and guys like that falling on underneath of them on undercards and shit of that nature. Like when you look at the shit like that, like you have Regis Prograis fall up underneath of these dudes. Several fighters fall up underneath of these guys. So when you
Mm-hmm.
looking at these things, we about to witness a whole bunch of YouTubers coming over to save the sport of boxing, because the way the promoters are going to start to look at it, they're going to start to look at the way the PBC been using their whole business model. They're like, look, we can make more money and move more seats with these niggas than we can with these boxers over here. So we could
And
just put the boxers on the undercard and hopefully try to help propel moving them up. And now you're gonna see more fucking YouTubers, more personalities, more celebrities to want to box, more football players like the Brandon Marshalls of the world and shit coming over, things that nature. I'm telling you, the domino has started to fucking fall. So
yeah,
more will fall behind it.
it's already rolling. Just man, just like we were saying, Eddie Hearn started the whole Logan Paul KSI shit. He started it because he saw the opportunity to do it. And even Eddie Hearn said in an interview via IFL TV, shout out IFL TV, he literally said to Coogan Clashes that, he wished he'd never done it because it's not something that he wants to attach himself to full time. He doesn't want to be the guy that does that because he already is dealing with the flack and the drama of being the guy that started it. He's already getting heat for being the first guy to make that shit happen. It's like look at what you did and look at where it's at now. But to be real with you, it's really showing you that in the sport of boxing, it's all about your profile. It's not about fights, who you fought in other combat sports. It's literally about your profile, how famous you are, how many people is looking at you. It don't matter if you suck. If you got eyes on you, you are marketable in the sport of boxing. It's not about fighting top dudes. It's about how well are you able to be marketed. And if I can't market you that well, I'm probably not going to do business with you. I don't care how good of a fighter you are. Hence the Bob Arum, Terrence Crawford situation. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound fighter, been considered a pound for pound fighter since Floyd Mayweather was actually fighting real boxers. But yet and still, Bob Arum gonna come forward and say, I can't sell you, I can't promote you, but you are a pound for pound fighter. That's like if Deuce had his own NFL team and I'm a quarterback, I won Super Bowls back to back to back, but because I'm not on social media talking hella shit, Deuce ain't gonna sign me because I don't sell seats. But I'm a Super Bowl champion. I got rings. I got all kinds of shit, accolades, MVPs, all that. But because I don't sell seats, I don't sell jerseys because I don't talk. I let my game
Yo,
speak.
cause the frustrations, cause like yo, y'all think y'all frustrated right now. The frustrations of the boxers is really going to motherfucking start to grumble in the underbellies of the motherfucking sport here shortly. Give it about 6 months to a year, because it's going, like I said, contracts are being signed, not just one or two fights. This is a this is about to be an ongoing thing. So I'm telling you, when boxers start to really see that they are starting to get looked at in a lesser light than what these YouTubers are, and the YouTubers are starting to get more of a red carpet treatment than them, man, I'm trying to tell you, boxing is about to
Yeah.
go down in a real slippery slope, man. Showtime is already taking a part of it, and I think that's the way they're going to try to salvage they fucking befuddled and all they fuckery right now with Jake Paul. Jake Paul and Logan Paul can save them from a lot of they motherfucking headaches with a lot of them bullshit fights that they done put on this year already.
And I
Believe
think
it or
what I
not.
was, and I seen this video too with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith saying that Logan Paul and Jake Paul are showing professional fighters how to promote themselves without promoters, and that is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard on mainstream media. Ever. Like these dudes are showing these fighters how to promote themselves to get these big marquee fights, to make the big marquee bucks. These dudes already built their profile up. They already built. They already got millions and millions of people looking at them already. How many boxers coming into the game with millions of people looking at them already? With no fights. They already coming in as a professional with a million followers, a million eyes looking at them already. How many
Ryan
fighters coming in the
Garcia.
game?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan was already fighting though.
I was just
He was
saying, I just
already
wanted to fuck with.
fighting.
I don't
I
even
know.
like that dude. I'm just fucking with him.
But I'm just saying though, it's not a lot of fighters that come into the game with all that hype. You know what I'm saying? That's why Ryan Garcia talking about he got mental health issues. He built all this hype around himself. Then when he goes, pretty much he gets clipped from Luke Campbell, gets put on his ass. Then all of a sudden he's supposed to fight Devin Haney. Then he was mandated, ordered to fight Devin Haney next. Then he says, "No, I'm gonna go hop back to Mike Tyson and talk about fighting Tank Davis. I ain't gonna fight Tank Davis. Then I'm gonna talk about fighting Manny Pacquiao. Ain't gonna fight Manny Pacquiao." What I want to know, Ryan, is where between Luke Campbell to Manny Pacquiao, where the fuck was you having your mental issue at? Where? Because
I
once we
got.
found out you wasn't fight Manny Pacquiao, all of a sudden your mind fucked up.
I guess I see where the generated income is coming from too. Once again, man. Like once again, man. Look at it like this, bro. With fucking YouTubers, you don't know if them motherfuckers is bullshitting on fighting one another or not. You ain't used to that garbage with them. So them motherfuckers, if they sign on any dotted line, you're gonna come out and with full expectancy of seeing the motherfuckers throw hands with one another. With these boxes, man, these niggas don't be signing no contracts, man. These niggas talk a lot of shit every day of the week. You just like, oh, this man just talking. You know, it's just past the point to where it's just like, bro, I don't even talk about shit unless motherfuckers is really signing a contract. I'm pretty much thinking ahead of shit because I'm like, yo, how much of this shit is not going to happen and how much people got their hopes up for. And this is the thing, bro. I'm not here to say to try to shoot down Caleb Plant versus Canelo. I'm not here to shoot down, Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. I'm just looking at the patterns, bro. And the patterns show that this shit's just not what's taking place. So why spend energy on it?
Exactly. That's why I said I don't really talk about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, because I feel like that fight not gonna happen. Errol Spence finna move up to 154 pounds. Jamel finna move up to 60. Well, Jamal moving up to 68 to chase Canelo. I don't see that fight happening, bro. Either Earl or Terrence gonna move up to 54 because they not getting that fight. That's a fight that should have been made the moment Terrence Crawford got that WBO strap. That fight should have been made, and it's something that I gotta say before we even go to the end of the stream. If y'all could give Dennis Ugas props for getting a WBA strap because of Manny Pacquiao vacated, and they gave it pretty much, Dennis Ugas is an email champ. And y'all not giving Ugas no heat. No heat. And dudes, you know where I'm finna go. Y'all ain't giving Ugas no heat for being an email champ. But Devin Haney is getting chewed up from one side back down the other for basically being a
Yeah,
so-called
niggas
eBay
feel
champ.
bad for Ugas. Ain't that a bitch?
But y'all
Motherfuckers
praise
feel
the
bad for
Lucas.
Ugas.
You want some water, baby? Come here.
Yeah, that is hella fucked up because everybody feel bad for Ugas, right? But Devin Haney, the email champ, man. God damn, man. It's a sick world we live in, bro. It's a sick fucking world, man. Look, I swear, man. I hope Tyson Fury, man. At the end of the day, I can't even say that I hope Tyson Fury just goes out here and just beats the fuck out of him. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what happens either way, bro. Because it's not gonna do what I want to do for the sport anyway. Like I said, prove me wrong, and I'll be the first one to be on board with all of the narrative, man. Until then, man. Until then, I ain't got shit to say about it. But other than Manny Pacquiao gonna knock Spence the fuck out, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait because niggas think I'm blind, man. I'm trying to tell niggas, man. I'm like, yo, this dude gonna get hit up, son. He gonna
Yeah.
get hit the fuck
I
up.
think if Errol can't keep him off of him, because Manny gonna press. Manny
All
gonna press.
night.
He ain't gonna keep him. If he can't keep Manny off of him,
And I'm like, yo, Sean Porter was on you like flies as shit, boy.
and Manny got better feet.
Better everything, man. Better everything. Like that's what I'm saying. My thing is like, yo, where do these niggas see Errol Spence hands? Like, where do they? I'm just trying to figure out where this nigga hands gonna be when this nigga is getting hit with all of these flurries, top and bottom, blah, 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 downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, shifting angles and shit. This nigga hands gonna be like this and shit. Trying to catch, he gonna be trying to catch shit with his teeth, his forehead, his afro, his
Them
fucking
feints
jaw.
is gonna
Man,
be
look,
nasty.
man. Oh, he's gonna put it on him, man. Like, cause look, that whole southpaw flat foot shit ain't gonna be able to work with Manny because he gonna be southpaw and moving on your ass. Lateral like a bitch. You gonna be getting crossed up flat. Oh man, the nigga's gonna crack his ass, man. I'm trying to tell niggas, man, that's an easy shot on the button for that nigga, man. If Danny Garcia could touch this nigga with 5 mile per hour hands, bro. If Sean Porter can press you, pivot you, do you the way he was doing you, Manny is gonna come in here because I'm like, yo, if he could do Oscar De La Hoya, Joshua Clottey, fucking Antonio Margarito, fucking Miguel 147 Cotto, the way he did 147 Cotto, motherfucking, oh my god, what does he think? What do you think is gonna happen to this dude, man? Like for real, I understand Earl a bigger dude, but he's not an efficient bigger dude. He can't use his size to his advantage. Like I told niggas, man, this dude ain't knocked nobody out since 2018, bro. So Manny's just gonna just be able to take advantage of all of his disadvantages, and it's a lot there. That's why it's just like with me, it ain't about, you know what I mean, like, okay, age and all of that shit is something to factor in. But I remember an old mongoose. I remember, you know what I mean, a George Foreman. You know what I'm saying? I remember a 46-year-old Bernard Hopkins winning an IPF title. So when I factor these things in, those were special fighters. Manning's a special fighter. One thing Derek James said is he likes he likes USADA style testing. What does that tell me? Super Nipple Sunday is in full effect. Super Nipple Saturday night is going to be in full effect. So Manny going to be no VOD improvement. And he's just going to go out there. He going to dog this man with the rights and the lefts with the rights, man. And it's just going to look, man. I can't wait to bet my money on this shit.
You do it. You hella excited. This
Oh
nigga
my
joke.
God. I'm telling you, bro. Cause this nigga don't know, man. Like, and yo, it's gonna be so satisfying, bro, to sit back for whatever shot that I'm sipping around 12:30 midnight, cut on my motherfucking computer and shit, and look at all these dumb niggas in the face, man, and just be like, I told you, motherfucker.
Hey, it's gonna be, bro. Manny beat Earl. It's gonna be hurt niggas, bro. It's gonna be some butt hurt fools that Saturday night or that Sunday morning. It's gonna be some hurt niggas, bro. We might see some niggas cry. You remember when Wilder lost? It was motherfuckers lost sleep.
Hey, If Manny ain't even got to go out here and dog the shit out of him, all Manny got to do is SD this nigga. Yo, his stock about to drop, Slim. Errol better get ready to pack up and move the fuck out of fucking Texas, wherever the fuck this nigga is. Bunny, man, he better get ready to stay at that fucking little bunny ranch. Cause Slim,
That's funny as
there's
hell.
nowhere for you to go after this, nigga. Heartbreak Hotel. That's the only place that nigga headed. Heartbreak Hotel. Oh my God, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I fucking can't wait. Nigga, shit, don't
Bro,
get
I
me
already
started,
see
nigga.
it. The fight was rigged. Errol was
Don't get
robbed.
me started. That
Manny
nigga
was
gonna
on
complain
like
about it.
everybody that said Manny wasn't on the juice, right? All the time we be talking about Manny on the juice, he was on the juice, da 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 da. Why's he gonna be on the juice? He win this fight. Manny was on the juice. He was on
Yup.
steroids.
They're gonna be like that motherfucker. I saw him at CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens. I saw that nigga at Walmart Pharmacy right before the fight. I saw him at GNC. Man, look, Trevor Ariza motherfucking dropped something off behind this motherfucking arena, all types of wild shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, because he gonna get loose on that boy, man. And niggas, it's just gonna be so hard for them niggas to agree with. But I'm be like, look, man, I told y'all niggas a while ago that this dude, y'all made this dude. It's like that fucking like that little fucking boogeyman you got in your closet you created when you was little. You might have gave the nigga horns one day, then you gave the nigga teeth the next night, then you gave him claws the night after that. Y'all created this fucking fake ass teddy bear of a monster, man. So Manny about to motherfucking go ahead and beat the Build-A-Bear stuff and write out this nigga. I promise you that, nigga. Y'all better wish on that heart now for health, nigga, because he's about to get fucked up.
Right. And what's funny, how y'all promote Errol Spence hella tough. Y'all talk shit, say Terrence Crawford ain't promotable because he don't talk that much. Y'all constantly talk about fighters that are not promotable because they don't talk enough. But Errol don't say shit.
Not a motherfucking thing. That bitch
And
is a
y'all,
that bitch. Like that's why I call that nigga, man. Life is like a box of chocolate Spence, man. That motherfucker act just like Ford, the Black Forest fucking Gump, man. That bitch retarded, man. And that ain't no motherfucking after the accident it hit either, man. That nigga life was like a box of chocolates basic before the motherfucking car accident. The bitch just red fucking he just red stop sign slow and motherfucking yellow motherfucking light caution slow, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
yeah, I got Manny beating him. I got Manny
Yeah,
beating him in
man.
an SD. I don't think he gonna stop him, but I do think he'll get an SD over him. I just don't see Earl really doing too much against real top caliber opponents like Manny Pacquiao or Terrence Crawford. I just don't see it.
Nah, because
He
what
too
he
one
think
dimensional.
because what they think they ready to go out here and sensationalize the way they tried to pull it off with Keith. I know they in this dumb motherfucker ear like, yo, don't you fuck this up. Don't you fuck this up. Hey, yo, it ain't about him not fucking it up. He's gonna fuck you up. So
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gotta worry about Arrow trying not to be all fucked up the night before, fucking up his training. Nah, it don't matter what he do. He can eat all the protein bars, the cliffhanger bars, the Wheaties, whatever the fuck you want to get at, nigga, Metrics X, all that shit. It don't matter because Manny is going to fuck him up. It's about what he doing, not the other way around. It's going to be a hard night for him, man. Period, man.
And
Period.
Manny stay in shape too. It ain't like Manny. But people fail to realize this too about Manny. Manny stay working out. Manny ain't like he just doing politics, sitting on his ass, doing nothing. Like Manny is still training. Manny's still working out. So Manny is going into camp in a pretty decent shape. He's not gonna have to really work too hard in his camp like probably early. Cause I don't think Errol work out in between fights. Errol blow up in between fights. Manny don't. So Manny is the more
Yeah,
disciplined fighter of the two. So
that's a
I
good
don't
point
think Errol
too.
got the gas to keep up with Manny. I don't think Errol got the gas. I just don't.
You can't just be disciplined like 3 months out of the year with that type of fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see it like that. Dennis, what's popping with you, bro?
What's up, Miss Two Hands?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm great. I'm great, man. Just disappointed not gonna get undisputed.
Man, yeah, man. It's an unfortunate practice, man. But we already know how that other side like to play, man. They really not trying to make too much happen at this point. Where it's just like, I'm so confident in the matchroom, the zone side. I don't even put any frustrations their way. It's just at this point, it's just like if top rank or if top rank isn't going to do anything, we'll never see it.
I mean, the PBC. I mean, the LDBC guys were we are just so happy on cloud 9 when they heard that they Wilder won the arbitration, bro. I mean, they never wanted an undisputed champion. You have to realize that they never wanted all the belts to be consolidated, and that's why they are there, man. I mean, it's sad.
Yup. Because honestly, I view it like this, and I've been saying it for a while, and it's kind of like that's why I try to get people prepared for it. It's like this, man. If Anthony Joshua get a hold of that WBC belt, there's nothing else that they can do from that point on. There's going to be matchroom cards that are put together, matchroom heavyweight cards or whatever. They're going to have to go through a mandatory process, and all of the BS that they put matchroom through, matchroom is probably going to make them jump through those same hurdles. But the difference is they'll give the guy that mandatory fights and stuff like that. Won't be all of the crazy stuff, but if they get that last bargaining piece, America has nothing. Top rank has nothing to stand on in the heavyweight division, and nor does the PBC. So if they have any prospects that want to come to the PBC, if they're trying to make any signings over at top rank, why would you want to sign there if Anthony Joshua got them all? That's their
I
last
mean,
bargaining chip.
I just thought of something. There are not a lot of American big champs. Look at the heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua, UK. Light heavyweights, you got Bivol. He's not American. Better be not American. Middleweights, Canelo, Mexican, and you got Jamal Charlo and Google Andrade. They're American. 54, couple Americans. 47, couple Americans. But in the little divisions, most of those dudes is from other countries. It's not a lot of American stock in boxing. So every little bit of American stock that we have in boxing, like we try to hold on to it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. And I really feel like they're not finna promote Josh Taylor the way he should be promoted as undisputed. Watch what I tell you, they're not gonna promote him right because he's from the UK and he's under an American stable. They trying to keep the WBC belt in America. That's why they having this they having this Fury Wilder shit because they trying to keep the heavyweight division in the heavyweight WBC belt in America. They don't want it to go overseas. They want to keep it here. And even in the middleweights, they're not trying to give the Americans all that. They don't want to give Jamal Charlo everything. They don't want to give they don't want to give Boo Andrade everything. Think about it. How many Americans really hold major stock in the sport? Like real stock.
There's not many. There's not many, to be perfectly honest. But my whole thing is this. The only thing that I could see from that, what the PBC was trying to do, they could take this imaginary figure and Deontay Wilder, try to build him up as much as they can, move him along. And then, what Bob Arum was thinking was they were probably trying to prolong it so they could probably have another heavyweight come in behind them, probably get like 5 or 6 years out playing keep away out of them and have somebody move in succession behind them and have somebody come in underneath Deontay Wilder and dethrone him. Now, Bob Arum, on the other hand, he got a big baby Anderson. So he looking at that WBC belt like shit. We beat Deontay Wilder. Hell no, I don't want Anthony Joshua to get it fucking Tyson Fury. I'd rather keep that shit in position to where Big Baby can get that shit next than send that shit across the pond. Because look at the way it's looking. This the last bargaining chip, man. There's nothing that they have no power there. If that WBC belt comes over to the UK, it ain't coming back for a while. And they know that shit. And look at the games that they played. And they know that they hanging on whatever little last threads that they can of fucking dignity or whatever they trying to hang on to, whatever the fuck they trying to hang on to over there with that WBC belt.
What they say about the belts since they used to say that the belts don't mean nothing. Remember that? Remember
Clearly it means something. It only means something. What they were saying basically is The only belts that don't mean something are the ones that they don't have. Because there's a certain
I mean,
audience
two
that we
hands,
have.
two hands. I got something. I got something to add on real quick, right? I've never seen. Okay, I love watching boxing, but I've never seen um these LDBC guys root for a promotional company like the PPC as much, but not the fighter in this way. Like you can see these guys just promote. They say PPC is the truth. We love Al Heyman. But the problem is, why is it that Deontay Wilder he fought in Showtime and the Fox, but he never got a network deal? Like the way Tyson Fury got a network deal. All those years he's been fighting in Showtime, PBC, whatever, that outfit, but he's never got a network deal. And they
That
keep
just shows
glorifying
you.
Al Heyman
That
and
just
all his
shows you
money.
exactly how
Yeah,
much he was worth.
He didn't have no. He had no vocab. He didn't know how to. He had no. What's the word I'm looking for? He had no way to articulate himself. He had no charisma about himself when he would be talking in the public, doing interviews. There was nothing unique about him to where we could say, "Hey, we can market this dude." You look at AJ, and this is messed up that we say this, but people don't like to hear. But it's the truth. You look at AJ, nice looking dude, great smile, all the shit, perfect, speaks well, all the shit. We can market that. People would love to see this guy.
yeah.
Deontay Wilder, look at this guy. You hear what he got to say. I can't market this dude. What? How
He
can I
remember
market?
he remember he said that he wants to get pregnant by his wife. You know how crazy he gets, man.
But that's what I'm saying. It's nothing about Deontay Wilder that says he's marketable. The only thing that they're using to market him is his record and his KO rate. That's what's marketable
Yeah.
about Wilder. Nothing else.
But they've even killed that. Like they've
I
even
mean,
killed that. Like
I
that
mean
that that
this.
shit.
I mean, yo, two hands. These guys pushed like the whole 41 knockouts as if it was a big deal. For me, I actually saw a post somewhere that were comparing my Deontay Wilder versus Mike Tyson's in the knockout rate. I can say Mike Tyson knocked out more champions like Trevor Burbick, I don't know, Bruce
Bruce
Seldon.
Seldon,
I mean, he knocked out champions
Spinks,
like
Eastern Assassin,
I mean in the
Guada,
second
Frank
second round,
Bruno.
third round. I mean, this guy is a guy who got a whole lot of knockouts. But when you look closely at his knockouts, like you can ask like who did he really beat? Because all I understand, Mister Two Hands, is this, bro. Anytime you step up in competition and you're fighting guys who have skills to offset your power, the knockout is really hard to find, right? Right? Can we agree on that? Because when you fight some guy who can really fight back, the knockout can be really hard to get. So you need to
Yeah,
bank on your
yeah,
skill.
and that matters. It's not about you. I can have all of the knockouts in the world, but if they came off the back of fucking kids that weigh 115 pounds and it was about as staying about as thick as a freaking thing of McDonald's French fries, it don't mean nothing. That's about about what Deontay Wilder's record equates to. If you look at a bunch of the guys that he's knocked out a bunch of guys who were nothing more than a bunch of tomato cans. So, when you're trying to compare it to what Mike Tyson was doing, Mike Tyson became undisputed at the age of 19 years old. I mean, no other heavyweight champion has done anything like that. Mike Tyson was fighting top level opposition. Deontay Wilder's never done that. Deontay Wilder hasn't even fought anybody on the level of Frank Bruno.
I mean,
Never. He's
yeah.
never even fought anybody as difficult as Frank Bruno before. So
This is how you could cut the check. Put Wilder against every opponent that Tyson knocked out. What that tell you?
He's not that knockout artist.
He's not that. So that's what they're promoting. They're selling
yeah, it's
that
just a marketing scheme. They
it's a
selling the
market.
dream. That's what I was about to say. You know what I mean? That's what I was about to say. I was like, basically, when it comes to those group of fans and that group of fans right there, there's a certain marketing campaign that these guys rely on, and it's normally very far-fetched and truly so far removed from the truth. that that their fans accept it. It's no different than some of the talking points when it comes to Errol Spence. It's no different than a bunch of the talking points that go with Tank Davis. Look how they moving him with all of these freaking regular belts through all of these divisions, and now this whole so-called 140-pound Mario Barrios experience trying to sell us like it's a tough fight, knowing this dude just got his ass beat basically by Batir Akhmedov. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's be serious here. Like, so when you look at these things, this is what the PBC does. The PBC likes to take advantage of those fight fans who don't know anything about the sport, because that's who they market for, because they're the ones who they sell the so-called experience. They sell you the rappers coming down the aisle with Tank Davis rapping before the concert. They sell you the so-called fashion, the jewelry, and all of those things. These are the things that don't matter at Top Rank. These are the things that don't matter at Matchroom. Fighters fighting proper opposition, and the best being the best and being held to those standards. The PBC's log line or their motto coming over there at a signing, I'm sure, isn't the PBC. We're looking for the greatest fighters that this side of mankind can generate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that's not it. I'm sure it's the PBC. Hey, this is the new Wakanda. Fake it till you make it. And we're gonna put the media campaign around you. Just fall in line and do what we tell you to do. So
That's pretty much what they do. It's just
yeah,
like, hey, dudes, you know what? Look, signed you. Sit back, chill. I'm gonna get you a fight. You're gonna make between 800 to 2.5 a fight. Just kick back, roll with the punches. I'm gonna keep these Fox News cameras in your face. Don't say nothing stupid. This is the narrative. Blah 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 blah. Stick to it, and you'll be a multimillionaire. Easy words.
I
like
mean, the
these dudes
PBC.
have been exposed to so many lies. My bad. Like, think about it like this: Luis Ortiz, and somebody just mentioned his name and age. Luis Ortiz popped dirty for PEDs. Wilder fights him, admits on camera that he wanted to help his daughter because she knew she had a problem like his, and he wanted to help him regardless of the PED issue. But you say you wouldn't fight Dillian Whyte, but you condemned Dillian Whyte for so-called PEDs that he was exonerated for, that he never popped dirty for. So it just shows you that these dudes aren't about being great fighters. They aren't about proving themselves. It's about what you can prove. And as long as I'm not in the ring with you, I can always have a debatable argument, because there's a group of idiots on my side that are going to agree with what I say, and there are people on your side that might agree with what you say. But we're still so far from the truth because nobody's fought. So
I mean, the PBC just makes it like an island. Like they like to keep their fights in house. They don't want to cross the pond. You see the whole Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence situation. Terrence Crawford is signed. He was bought out by Top Rank, but that fight should have happened. I mean, Joshua versus Wilder was supposed to happen 2019. The DAZN offer. I mean, Eddie Hearn did everything he had to do, but this guy called Deontay Wilder and his team just didn't want to acquiesce. This is the problem, bro.
when a person
We
puts
will.
$100 million in your face and you're not even willing to take 100 to $120 million, then realistically, man, you not even like greatness isn't even on, can't
I
even be
mean,
on your menu anymore. Like, yo, like when your kids grow up and they hear that, you
Mr.
turn down
Two Hands.
$120 million for what? Mm.
I mean, it's so fucking stupid, man. I mean, this guy was supposed to get 120 million. That means he will have fought Dominic Brazil and knocked him out. He would have gone, even if, okay, in the first fight with Anthony Joshua, that means Deontay Wilder could get knocked the fuck out in the first round, and he will still get another Anthony Joshua fight. That's what it meant. I mean, he would have just gotten that money quickly, and just he would have won the fight. He may have not won the fight, but the
He could have went
button
in there and
for,
laid down after a punch and still got paid.
yeah,
Didn't even matter. He didn't
didn't
even have to
matter.
go through that ass whooping he got from Tyson Fury for lesser coin. You could have did all of that same shit with Anthony Joshua and got that type of money. But look, man, it just goes to show that these guys, man, they have created a facade, and they got, I don't know what type of protective barrier they got surrounded around their fan base's mentality, to where they just believe in what these dudes say, and it's not proven. Like, I couldn't exist where I'm like, okay, I know there's other great fighters over here, and over here that I recognize, but why don't you guys ever want to fight these dudes? That would bother me, man. And like I don't understand how anybody can just go continuously knowing that your guys or the ones you believe in aren't fighting these individuals and you're just protecting them time and time again. It just don't make no sense to me.
I mean, sometimes I feel Wilder is so empty. Like he says, one champion, one face, one name. Every time he says that, but all he does is just duck one offer to the next offer to the next offer. Every time it was just so fucking irritating every
It's
time.
all a game. It's all a game. The one face, one name. That's why I say, like, listen to what they say, but really see what they do. One face, one name. Nothing that Deontay Wilder has done in his career, no time whatsoever has he shown you that he wanted to be one face, one name. Ever. He had the
Never,
opportunity
man.
to do it for $120 million that we recently just touched on, didn't do it. So if he really wanted to be one face, one name, when opportunity comes for you to do that, don't you take it? You
Bro,
take it.
don't forget the fact that before even the zone came in, there was a $15 million guarantee with 40% of a Joshua pay-per-view, 40% of the upside. Wilder would have taken that. I mean, 40% of a Joshua pay-per-view is more than even 30, 20, 30, 30, 35 million, considering the fact that the amount of money that Anthony Joshua alone generates on his own. Remember, this is a man who fought Andy Ruiz in Clash on the Dunes, and he made 85 million all on his own, bro. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. All this spiraling around. Let me ask you two hands, bro. Do you think that if Wilder won this trilogy fight against Tyson Fury, we'll get the undisputed fight?
Nope.
No. They would take that, belt, they would take that belt and they would keep that belt in house because they would feel like they would feel like they dodged a bullet. Honestly, I think they probably wouldn't even take that Tyson Fury fight a fourth time. They probably just take that belt and try to fade off with it. I just don't think that if it comes to any type of progress moving forward, when it comes to the sincerity of money being made in the division and succession of the division, I just don't think that the PBC is going to be the one promotional outfit that'll lend and play ball. They just prove time and time again that they won't do it. And I think if they are willing to do it, they're going to do it with the other American outfit.
Yep.
But man, if I was Wilder, what I would have done is I wouldn't have activated the rematch clause with Tyson Fury. My hit list will be Dillian Whyte, um, Joseph Parker, who else? Andy Ruiz. I will have my hit list for these guys before
But
before I challenge for alphabet title.
what I will say is for Wilder, now I'm gonna speak as a devil's advocate. For Wilder, that's stylistically not the best move to make. If you really are Team Wilder, you're looking out for Wilder, you're looking at what he brings and what he offers. Fighting Andy Ruiz stylistically, bad idea. Bad idea. Stylistically, no good. Need him to fight somebody I know that's going to just stand there, stay in front of him, and not really try to over-engage and crowd him because he can't fight off the back foot. He don't got a jab, a consistent jab. He don't go to the body. He don't really do nothing really special. So I need Wilder in a position where he's always coming forward and basically pushing the fight. He can't fight nobody that's going to put him on the back foot. Joseph Parker going to put him on the back foot. Joseph Parker got a fast jab. He will keep Wilder on the back foot. Even Derek Chisora, keep Wilder on the back foot. Dillian Whyte is going to keep Wilder on the back foot. So me knowing that, and if I'm in Wilder's camp, I'm not putting him in there with those because they're going to pose threats and problems. And Wilder has a very, very lackluster confidence level. He don't have confidence like that. His confidence comes from the people around him. It's not something that's in him. So to put him in there with people like that is going to destroy his confidence and weaken his what's the word I'm looking for? His profile. So I want to put him in there with dudes I know he's going to watch. So I can keep selling that right hand business.
Like there are also rumors that he was gonna fight Carlos Negron, like earlier. All the PBC just needs to do is just put a heavy bag on Wilder, just get some rounds in, just get a knockout so they can flush out the memories of the PBC. But that's not gonna happen because I'm confident that Fury is gonna do to Wilder the same way he did in the his rematch in February 22nd. I just but one thing I can say about this, bro, and just follow me on this, guys. I feel like it was just a matter of time before Wilder got exposed, and I knew it was just a matter of time before someone pulled the trigger. It was either Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, or Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury got that opportunity and pulled the trigger on Deontay Wilder's career. So it just knew it was a matter of time. I mean, this guy just gave us 5 years of man. It was just you just hate to see it.
Yeah, man. 5 years of just overcomplicating, very simple situations. 5 years of, redundant matches, still going through that same process. We go through another year of it. If, Tyson Fury wins, you're going to have to deal with it a fourth time. There's still no clarity in the heavyweight division, and there's a bunch of, great heavyweights underneath of them. Tony Yokas, Hergovich, you got Anderson coming up. You got, there's a lot of guys in the heavyweight division. Dillian Whyte still hasn't gotten the answers. Joe Joyce, he's making moves. So, I mean, everybody, something has to be done. But at the end of the day, all is doing is it all goes back to that being the clog in the drain. Well, it's almost 2 hours in, man. I gotta get ready to shut this shit down. I gotta run out and handle some shit. So, as we always say at the end of this shit, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Dennis, appreciate you coming through. Boom. Appreciate you as always. You already know what it is, man. Y'all boys have a good day, man.